It's time. How do we
All
look
right.
with the headphones on, bitch?
Come on, man.
Put them on, coach.
I was wondering how you. Sorry, I was wondering how you put which way what goes what on,
Oh,
on the headphones, but it has a big L and an R on the inside.
Does it really?
Yeah, it does.
Oh yeah, I had them on right.
You had them
Had
on,
'em on right, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm so used to the thing being on the left because like with the gaming headset,
Oh yeah.
I always feel like that's how it should be. I'm just used to it.
You don't know anything.
Oh God. You're already adjusting the mic. We just started.
I had to make sure it's good, dude.
That's why you do that beforehand.
Okay.
All right. Let me first start off by saying I want to thank Mark Trevino. So he's the guy from my previous podcast about
Whataburger.
Yeah, in the future.
From Whataburger.
Well, from Whataburger, but the future of the workplace.
Yeah.
So if you haven't checked out that episode, it's an excellent episode. We talked about the future of the workplace, basically how COVID kind of affected
changed everything.
Our idea of about what the workplace should look like, workspace should look like. So I want to first say thank you to him for allowing us to utilize
all this gear,
pretty much most of the equipment on this table, other than pretty much the mics
and the
interface. But he already has the interface, so we could pretty much save money.
Literally the same exact interface.
The same interface, but yeah, I mean, here it is.
Hooked it up.
It hooked it up. It's good to go.
Now it looks like an actual podcast.
We look like an actual podcast. Got the headphones on.
Yeah.
Obviously the audio of the mics themselves are a little bit more crisper, clear.
Yeah, we got
sounds like an actual
talk show. Dude, remember we first started? We didn't even have mics.
Well, we didn't have mics. We were on our first episode. It was
actually
literally
the first 2 episodes I think we did.
Yeah, like first 1 to 3 episodes was literally just our fucking voices and then the mic from the camera.
Yeah.
And we didn't have a stand. Well, I had the stand.
We still don't have a stand. We put it on
it's on my gimbal, but we didn't even really have a stand.
No, you just put
we just put the camera on there, and then we got the stand, and then I got the gimbal. Well, I had the gimbal the entire time, but I didn't attach it. But the beauty of it is we started.
Trust the process, coach.
We trusted the process. Our previous episode on OnlyFans got a pretty good amount of views.
That's true.
Pretty good feedback, even when it sounded like shit. Like, I think
it sounded weird. But it didn't sound like. I mean, it sounds kind of weird.
It sounded, it was just, well, I mean, we didn't have this whole mixer thing.
If only Mark had come through like a week earlier.
Yeah, I think that was the only problem was that, we didn't have the mixer for the multiple mics and lining them up was the problem, but we still got it out there. So, if you want to hear us talk about OnlyFans,
that's the one to check out.
That's the one to check out. We got some pretty good.
Got our friend Molly on there.
Yeah, I got our friend Molly on there. We got a pretty good episode out of that, and people enjoyed it. So,
yeah.
But anyways, it all this kind of really just ties into. I mean, look, we're at episode number 40 today.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. I didn't think we had that many.
Episode number 40. Yeah, I was looking back.
I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's crazy. 40 episodes, and and we haven't even really gained that much traction. It's just like this kind of cool thing we're doing, and it's fun, and it's therapeutic, and I think people really get to see a side of you that, I mean, maybe people haven't seen in a really long time, or they have no idea who the fuck you are. This is a great opportunity to kind of see who, how you think, who you are as a person, and I think that kind of translates into what you're trying to do is, a job, a business. If people are trying to, hire you on, or you're trying to start a business and you're trying to get people to trust you, I think this has been a great opportunity for both of us to kind of show people where we're at now. Great opportunity for us to show, kind of who we are, and well,
I mean, it's fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah,
it's a good time.
I also must say that before we kind of get into everything and what we want to get into today, next week is our Halloween spooktacular episode.
Featuring like Tejas Fit.
So we're gonna have like a bunch of people from my gym, Tejas Fit, kind of go through. I mean, we're all Hispanics.
Yeah, for the most part.
We have weird ghost stories, so I feel like
it's like in our culture.
Yeah. So we're gonna bring on like a good amount of people.
Yeah,
we're gonna be utilizing everything. It's gonna be shot from the inside of the gym.
Yeah, it'll be cool.
Which actually is kind of haunted in and of itself.
Yeah, I've heard some stories.
So I've experienced stuff in there before.
I mean, I've like that one time we heard that thing. It sounded like it was falling in the bag. Some crazy shit happening out there.
Yeah, I mean, there's
some weird stuff.
Yeah, my girlfriend Crystal, she's experienced some things there. I experienced a little bit of weird shit that I think like a fork flew off of like the top of the the refrigerator one time, like by itself.
I heard that story.
So we're actually going to be shooting there next week on Friday evening at night.
Hopefully something weird will happen while we're there.
Yeah, you never know. You never know, really, because my dog freaks out when he's there all the time. So
does he really?
He does. Yeah, he was. I think in one of the videos that Crystal actually posted, he was like.
Oh yeah, I seen that one.
He was like staring, bro, and barking, and just would not stop staring in that corner in the back.
Going on over there.
So it's an old building. So, anyways, so yeah, we got that coming up. Should be a pretty cool episode. We're gonna tell our ghost stories, kind of dive into whether or not we think ghosts are real, whether they're not. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Anyways,
you gonna tell people why we haven't podcasted in a long time?
Oh yeah, so we've been pretty busy for the most part. Just in and out of stuff. I've been out of town a bit.
Yeah. Been doing a bunch of stuff.
You've been rapping.
I have been rapping.
Yeah, you've been rapping. So.
Been doing that.
So yeah, Elijah's making songs now. Checking him out. Instagram, Bobby Lightman. Pretty good.
Not bad.
I mean, what kind of songs are you putting out right now? Like
it's like rap music, man.
Well, I mean, I know it's rap.
It's just like covers of like a lot of people, like basically just covering beats. I haven't made a whole bunch of my own kind of. Adam's supposed to be on the mixtape. He doesn't want to be on it though. He's supposed to be on there.
Well, that's gonna happen soon. I just need to find a time. Need to find a time to lay down my bars.
Oh jeez. Everybody wants to be on the mixtape.
Yeah.
Put Crystal on the mixtape.
Everyone wants to be on the mixtape. Same thing with the podcast. Everyone
wants to be on the podcast.
That's all right.
We're gonna have to like.
We're killing like five birds with one stone.
Yeah, we're gonna put everybody.
The next episode, so everybody can be on.
Everybody's gonna be on there at one time.
Yeah.
We should do like a thing where we put like a drawing and say like, you want to be on the podcast and like give us a reason why. Because I've honestly had quite a few people. Like
or maybe just like an application.
I think it's weird. Application, but like if you like post it on story.
But no. So here's my thinking. So like you get an application, right? Have people fill it out, and it enters your name into a drawing.
Oh, and
if we see fit, and you have some good information to offer,
or an interesting
topic that we can talk about. We can sift through those people that have applied or put their names in there, sift through it, and then pick a random drawing and then have a conversation about it.
It's actually not a bad idea.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, could do that.
Need to find a time to do it though, so we'll see.
Yeah, fine, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Anyways, lots of stuff going on.
So I mean, with everything, I mean, COVID's really, hasn't gone anywhere.
It's coming back. It didn't go away, but it didn't. I don't know, because I feel like it's always been, everybody's getting it still. It never really stopped coming around, but
just got a text that we're not in a rush. She's postponing. Yeah, I had a personal training client, but she's postponing.
She postponed?
Yeah, which means we can throw.
Hey, so let's go throw, coach.
Okay. Anyways,
Anyway, no, it didn't go away, dude. It's like
it's really coming back in a weird way. It's it's making its way in the football realm.
But
the only two sports that have really been doing it well is baseball and basketball.
Basketball did, because basketball people were in that bubble. They're in there for like 6 months.
Yeah.
They didn't leave.
Right.
You see those memes about LeBron when his son got caught smoking weed?
Yeah, Bronny.
He came back home and beat his ass.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't really know what was going on with him. I had to ask actually Crystal's little brother. I was like, what the fuck's happening with him?
Yeah, it was like
it was on his story. He was like smoking weed.
Moron. Why would you put that on your?
You're in the spotlight. Like you gotta be.
You're LeBron.
You gotta be careful, man.
You be a dumbass.
You gotta be careful about that.
He was an idiot.
We're kind of over the fact that.
He lives in L.A., right?
It's
technically
it's marijuana's legal, but he's still a kid.
I don't know, dude. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's not a big deal, but people are making a big deal. Well, they're making memes because it's like
it's funny.
It's funny.
It's like your dad's gonna come and beat your ass.
Yeah, and it's LeBron, and he was smoking there and smoking a cigar, so it's like
that's not the same thing, dude.
Well, yeah.
Anyway, the football thing. Well, the football thing, I don't understand why they're surprised. They're like, oh my god, coronavirus is
that's the thing, man.
Attacking the football players. I'm like, dude, because they're traveling and they're going everywhere in planes.
Right.
And I don't think that football players just stay home. I think they still go out and party and shit. I mean, clearly.
Oh yeah. No, you're out and about.
Oh yeah.
You're with people.
They don't stop.
Right.
Why would they stop?
They don't. And that's the problem. So I mean, if it's not in a bubble,
it's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
It's like the baseball players. They're in a bubble. Haven't heard anything.
Yep. Is your mic kind of?
It's because I keep hitting this thing here.
Oh, okay. Well, don't hit it.
Yeah, I'm trying. But I think there were a lot of cases at the beginning of the year for baseball. Remember the Marlins got it like in August.
Right.
They had to postpone those games.
Right. But they got smart with it.
Yeah, they did.
And they adapted.
They did.
And they put it in a bubble. So
they adapted.
They adapted.
Make an adjustment.
You got to make an adjustment, man.
Hey, we play a lot of frisbee.
Yeah, that's another thing.
That's another thing we've been
doing.
Well,
man, we're being active, man. We're trying to go outside, but like do our own thing on the side. So yeah, I mean, we have our trip to Portland actually.
Yeah, we'll be going to Portland. Got a podcast over there. If we make it that far. Sure.
If we make it that far, yeah.
I mean, we'll make it that far. It's whether or not we can travel.
Yeah, well, I want to try to see if we can actually attach everything and bring it with us. But
we can do that. It's all That's the good thing about all stuff. It's all portable.
Yeah, it's really
all
small.
Portable. All of it. It's just small. 3 pieces.
Yeah, I've actually I got messaged about the equipment that we use.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, and I was letting him know, and this whole thing is basically by Rockville. It's Amazon.
Yeah.
For people that don't know, it's basically
it's like a package.
Mixer. It's like a package, a mixer, everything. So we kind of just
thing.
Yeah. It's a pretty good.
Pretty good amplifier.
Pretty good deal. So
honestly, the crazy thing is he paid what, $300 for all this?
It was like $500.
And this was $100 by it's $500.
It's like
this is $100 by itself.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I would assume that'd be quite a bit. Plus, he got like all those mics and stuff. But
and headphones. It's come with like 4 or 5 sets of headphones or something.
Oh yeah, these things.
Yeah.
It's all in this box right here.
Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, I mean, COVID's really taken over. It's kind of just messed things up.
I don't know. Is it because of the election and all that? You think that has?
Well, I don't know.
A lot to do with it.
That's another thing that's a problem. So it's like, shit. I mean, people are really diving into the political thing. I mean, I think it's a big part of what's going on. I think
everybody's tensions are like really high.
Yeah, it's really high.
Everyone's
tired of being at home.
Scared.
Everyone's tired of.
Yeah. People are saying if Trump gets. Did you see that thing I sent you? The guy from Mali, he's gonna leave. See ya.
Yeah, I mean, well, lots of people have been saying that for a long time.
Relax.
But I mean, it's like my thing is like, we started this whole thing. We started the podcast. I've been really having the opportunity to dive into my thing because, obviously a lot of positions have been furloughed, terminated. And I think if you haven't really given yourself the opportunity to start something, or you're been complaining this entire time about work or unhappy with the position you're at now, and you haven't done something yet, now is the time.
I think a lot of people are still haven't done anything.
Right, and I think that's the problem. I think, you gotta know when to really just start, because
you gotta just do, man. That's what we've been saying for like the longest time.
Right.
Like there's never gonna be like a right time. You like wait for the right time.
Right. We could have waited until we got all this shit here and then started a podcast, but we started 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And we're already on episode number 40, getting good feedback about it.
Yeah.
In April, and April. I mean,
that's crazy.
But it's gonna be the end of October here in a couple.
Like weeks. We started with literally like nothing, bro. Just us two talking.
I bought a video. Camera. It was only my camera.
Isn't that wild though? That's crazy.
Yeah. And that's how it all starts. Now it sounds, a little bit more legitimate.
Professional. It sounds
a little bit more professional.
We look better.
You take the time to put that into and I could have bought this on my own, but lucky enough for us,
you just waited. Yeah, you just waited out, man.
You wait it out. You see what happens. Luckily, Mark came in clutch and provided us with some of this equipment so we can use it.
Mm-hmm.
Good for him. He got his
job
back, and everyone in our close friend circle is kind of getting their work back, so that's good. But if you're presented with opportunities as you start to continue to do things, and I think you give yourself more of a chance in an opportunity by starting something.
Yeah.
And so things will come along, whether it's like, good or bad, but I mean, like, you have more of a chance to get kind of lucky in a sense.
But if you don't put yourself out there, of course, nothing's gonna happen. If you just sit around waiting for it to happen, it ain't gonna work.
It's not gonna work. So you just do it, come out there, and then opportunities get presented to you. So
I say that's a pretty solid way to put it. I mean, because we could have just been like nervous and been like, it'll look stupid if we just go out there with nothing. We didn't even think about it. Honestly, when we did it, I didn't think anything of it. I was like, this would be tough.
Well, the first thing we thought of was like, man, all these other people are just using their AirPods.
Yeah, that's what I told her. I was like, we could just use our AirPods. You're like, nah.
Well, we didn't really have anything to attach it to.
That's true. Well, it's Bluetooth.
But I mean, like, have a conversation and like attach it to Audacity. I don't know if it would work that way, but I mean,
I thought about that because I saw all those people like Gary Vee having like those morning. I don't even know if he does it anymore.
Yeah, he does.
He still does it.
I think every so often.
Where he just talks to people and he's on his AirPods.
Right.
Which is pretty tight.
Yeah.
And like that guy who owns Quest Bar and all that, he does his. And he still interviews everybody like every day.
Yeah.
He still interviews people every day and like uses AirPods and.
Gotcha.
Does it commercially. And then Mike Stud does his. He doesn't wear headphones or anything though. His is kind of weird. And he's normally just video chatting people.
Well, we did it without headphones, so I mean,
that's true.
I kind of understand. We don't need to use headphones. Yeah, it just gives me an opportunity to hear myself talking.
Yeah, it's true. So you know what you sound like.
Yeah, because sometimes we're like all the way over here. And
you can't hear shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I think that's the main thing. Just going out and doing it, dude. Because like the rap music thing is like.
And that's another thing. Like when we're asking people to be on podcast for next week's episode, like, fuck yeah, I want to be on the podcast. Like, that's fucking badass.
Yeah.
Because they've heard the podcast and they're like, wow, it's actually really good. And it's like, you know, I want to be on it. Shit.
It's fun. It's just like a fun outlet, dude. Like,
it is a fun outlet.
It's not that deep. It's not like super important. We're not like trying to like school people with knowledge and like make us seem like we're like way bigger than we are. It's not about that. We're just like, let's just have a conversation.
And I think it's a good, honestly, a good place to clip and post on social media. Like this conversation we're having right now is, you know, it's important because it's not any of that. It's not what we're shooting for.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity to showcase who we are as people.
Yeah.
How we're experiencing life as two 25-year-olds, you know, in San Antonio.
Yeah.
With the pandemic, everything that's going on. And it gives us an opportunity to connect and relate to people who are in the same position as us. That's the whole reason we started the podcast.
Yeah.
And, you know, we figured, you know, since COVID is happening and all these things are happening, all this bad stuff is happening, you know, let's try to spark up some sort of good, some sort of positivity out of this, out of two people that are in the same exact position as everybody else, you know, and that showcasing the ability to start something like this is possible. I think we can do it.
Yeah, anybody can.
Anybody can, and showcase who they are as a person. And I think people will be more open to maybe getting hired or getting business done with somebody else. Like, I think it presents a lot of opportunities for people. So.
Yeah, like today, dude, like I posted that story, not to be like super like grim or anything, but like I just type in, even before COVID hit, I saw it coming from like a mile away because I would check it and it would like show all the statistics and stuff. And now like pretty much every morning I'll check and see what the news says.
Yeah.
And every single news outlet is back to like COVID's running rampant. It's going to kill us all.
I check that and then I check.
Death tolls are stupid and like everything's rising.
I check the unemployment benefit update as well.
I haven't checked that in a while. Well, you told me, you pretty much keep me updated on that, but. Yeah, we're back to that same point. And just like when I posted that, I had somebody, you know, message me and be like, "Oh my God, I don't want to do it. I don't want to."
I think
people are going back to like now they're freaking out again because it looks like it's heading back that direction.
But I think the end thing that you need to take away from it is that this shit ain't going anywhere anytime soon.
No, it never did. I don't know why we're downplaying it for God knows what reason. It didn't go anywhere. We kind of just became like. It became part of our lives, like the fact that you have to wear a mask. We used to make fun of. I used to be like, remember we went to the gym before it happened, and we wore the mask as like a joke, and then like a week fucking later we had to wear it everywhere. It was mandatory.
Yeah,
that was wild. Now masks are like literally I have like 20 masks in my car just because it's like an everyday.
It's the new
thing.
norm, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. And you know, I think.
Well, Crystal said yesterday that it's going to happen again next year.
Well, I don't know. It's possible. I mean, I don't see how...
Or it'll mutate or some shit.
Well, I don't see her being wrong.
No, I don't either. So... That's the thing. I've heard so many things. I don't know.
That's the thing. You don't know.
Yeah,
nobody
knows.
Nobody knows right now. And so, I think, shit, might as well do something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But...
What?
I
was going to say, I think that leads to less, like depression within yourself, bro. Like, I think people are getting depressed because they don't have anything to do.
They have nothing to look forward to.
Or something to look forward to.
That kills it.
And that's what kind of like fucks you up in the head, where you're like, shit, man, I have no objective. I'm doing the same thing every day. I'm stuck at home. I've got nothing to look forward to. What do I do? Kind of thing.
Yeah, dude. I'm. The thing is, dude, if you find something that like you're actually like passionate about and excited about to do every day, like you like wake up happy.
Yeah,
it's different.
And I'll tell you what, man, I was telling you the same thing a while back. Like, I just finally crossed the $1,000 per month mark with Balance, where I'm every month receiving a little bit over $1,000. And that was only in the span of 6 months where I was really able to dive in.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, because if you didn't leave Team Express, if you didn't leave your job, would that have happened? Probably not.
Maybe not. I
mean, maybe.
It depends, because the work could have, but...
Actually, could have, honestly, it could have probably been more, because gyms wouldn't have closed. And all that shit.
Well, yeah, true.
And all that wouldn't happen. But
I saw an opportunity for me to dial in on something because I had nothing else to work on. And now I've reached the point where, hey, I'm making a little bit of extra income on the side. It's $1,000 a month, nothing crazy, but hey, what can I do with another 6 months from now?
Yeah.
12 months
or
from
a year.
now. A year.
A year, yeah.
You know, and it's not stopping.
Mm-mm.
You know, I'm being contacted. You know, people are gaining weight over the time COVID is happening, and they're stuck at home, and they're trying to figure out things to do at home. It's like, this is an opportunity for me to help people. And, you know, it's not just with fitness too. It's like, this can be applied to so many other things. Like, people are learning how to, you know, cook healthier meals because they don't want to eat out.
Yeah, or like going and doing different activities. Like walking or running or biking or, you know, hiking or.
We relate to the fitness realm, but there's tons of other aspects of things that you could really apply this to.
Dude, I started making music. I'd never done it in my life.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Never in my life.
That's what I mean. And, you know, I use that as a really good example. And I haven't really told anybody besides my closest friends, you and Eric Rodriguez, funny guy, and obviously Crystal. But, you know, I haven't really told anybody that I've kind of reached that
mark.
Yeah. That mark. And that's big for me. It's like, damn, like, wow, it's actually working. Like, this is what happens when you put your head down and you work.
Yeah.
And you're provided with that time and opportunity. And, you know, every time I wake up in the morning, like, I'm diving in, working on programs, and I'm happy to do something.
Rather than like waking up and go like having to like,
right. It's not the same routine every day because I'm trying to figure out, okay, I've done this. Where can I kind of expand? Where can I do this? Where can I research this? You know, I'm trying to look around and determine what's the best move for me. You know, it was like that. Like, I was even presented with a problem too, where I was like trying to start that whole subscription thing, and then the whole the service that I really didn't like it, and you know, I spent some money on it.
Yeah.
You know, didn't lose out on money, but I spent money on it, and I realized, hey, this is not working out. Let's switch over and try to figure out something else. Yeah. You know, it's not just a straight line for me to go forward and increase. It never is, man. It never is.
No.
I realized, hey, you know what? This isn't working. Let's end this. Let's cancel this whole thing, and then let's switch over to a different program and see what works. So shit like that's gonna happen. You just can't get discouraged.
Yeah, I think, dude. Honestly, like people, and the other thing is like you have to, you know, you gotta, you know, prioritize different things you're doing. Because I know a lot of people. Because there's still the people that didn't lose their job and have been working through it, and maybe they hated their job before, and now that job is at home with them.
Yeah.
And now they have to work from home, and now it's like it's almost like there's no separation, which is something that I was thinking about the other day because I still have my job.
Right.
But like I'm grateful that I still have my job, but at the same time it's kind of like a double-edged sword because like it's still like it follows me around. Like I have to do stuff. You've seen it, right? We're at the gym, I have to do shit. I gotta do stuff, and it's like, man, like it's kind of now it just kind of spreads through the day, and like I think, you know, being able to prioritize that with like other things that you're doing, because if that job weighs you down, but you need it to pay the bills, like you have to have that job, can't not have it.
Yeah,
I think you have to be able to you know, what did your brother say?
Carpet. What is it?
Carton. I don't even know what he said. What is it?
Compartmentalize.
Yeah, that's
compartmentalize.
What it is. That's what it was. Different, you know, parts of your life. Like, so I give my work like an hour in the morning, like a couple hours in the afternoon maybe, and then maybe I'll check at night.
Yeah.
But there are those times I'm still working on our shit. We're working out. We're running. We're doing first week off. You know, I'm making music, making beat, whatever. We're testing out energy drinks and shit, like whatever. Yeah. You just gotta you know, set different parts of your day for different activities, different shit that you're doing, so that the day's full, and you're not just like sitting dwelling on a bunch of shit that's happening in your life, man. It's like,
and I think that's a good segue to kind of get into the idea that we were talking about, like staying in your lane, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because it's not just like, hey, I'm doing just this, working on the computer, writing programs, but hey, we're actually trying to start a YouTube video too. You know, we're trying to get into like. You know, we've personally, you know, have been posting things on our stories showing like
the drinks
and stuff, and be like, hey, is that good? Hey, like, what do you think about it? Hey, blah, blah, blah. And I get a lot of messages.
Bro, that key lime pie bang.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, that was good.
How many people message you about that?
Quite a few.
Yeah.
Quite a few.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's like 5 or 6 people that are like wondering, hey, well,
is that good?
But actually message you and say like, hey, how does it taste? Is it getting good? You know, but in reality, people want to know. You know,
so, before they try it, like, I mean.
Yeah, exactly. So
there's too many people that have bought something and tried it. It's
it's just trash, and people want to know. Man. And so we've kind of tried to get into the, you know, we haven't gotten there yet, but we're still doing the podcast, obviously, because we're so busy. But you know, we've gotten into the video and kind of
trying different
energy drinks, and you know, hopefully we can get that video up soon just to see what people think about it. But the idea is like we're not just sticking to one thing, and it's not the idea of like staying in your lane, but like expanding different things to see what sticks.
Right. Yeah. And what kind of sparked that is I had, you know, I do a whole bunch of different shit. I go like,
you're changing every
bro.
week,
I change. No, the rap music has stayed. That's something that's actually stayed for quite some time.
Which I think it should, because you're good.
I'm not bad. Honestly, not trying to like toot my own horn or anything.
No.
But, you know, I had somebody, because I was gonna. It was almost like I had like doubt that like I wasn't gonna. Before I even put anything out, I was like, this isn't gonna be good.
But that's when we talked about that too, because it was the same thing with me. Like when we were talking about it, I was like, man, the fitness realm is just so saturated.
It's saturated, bro.
The rap field is saturated. Yeah. This is saturated. This is saturated.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people told me. They're like, well, like, you sure you want to like do that? Because like, there's what you're doing. Like, my brother told me, like,
it's already been done.
Was like, well, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of people doing the same thing you're doing.
And like, guess what? They were saying that 10, 15, 20 years ago, and people were still able to rise up and
make it anywhere. I mean, there's new music getting put out every single day, dude.
By different artists, by different people.
Yeah. So
and it just goes to show, like. And that's another thing, like when you like these things build trust with people. So if they see this on your profile, like family, friends, like friends of friends, like they're gonna want to work with you.
Yeah.
And that was the same thing with me, but it's the same thing with listening to your music.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's not just a matter of saying, hey, you know what, tons of other people have done this, but
so I'm not gonna try.
That's
so dumb.
This has been talked about time and time again by many successful people. Like I started when there was millions of other people starting.
You started in a time when like everyone turned into a fucking fitness enthusiast, and that was crazy.
Yeah,
but what I tell you is going to die down. Now everybody's kind of returning back to work and going back to normal. No, I mean, quote unquote normal.
And people are gaining weight because they're stuck at home and they're not exercising. It's like it has presented more opportunities for me before COVID even happened. Yeah. So, it goes to show. Like, and I was telling you, like, man, people want to work with people that they trust, and it's not so much like if you're trying to provide a service for somebody, and that service can be easily searched on Google. Like I was telling you, that's really like, yeah, sure, you can go and search up how to lose weight on Google, but it's the fact that you have continuously put yourself out there. You have built a repertoire of information with people. You have a podcast. You have the posts, and people see what you're talking about. People see how you talk about things.
Right.
What kind of knowledge you have about things.
Yeah.
And that's what builds that relationship, even on a phone screen with somebody. Yeah. And they're like, man, you know what? Maybe I can search.
There's like a level of relativity that they have with you, and that they can resonate with you and stuff like that. Yeah.
And they respect that. People respect that.
Right.
And then that's when people want to work with you.
Yeah. Well,
and you provide information for free too.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, I don't understand. So, like, I got that message that the person was like, yo, you should pick a lane, because it was like one day I was like studying for the CSCS, which I still am here and there, and then the next I was like, I put out a song or something. She was like, and they're like, you need to stay in your lane, and I'm just like, what the hell does that even mean?
That doesn't mean
anything. That low-key pissed me off. I was like, people do different shit. What are you gonna sit here and say pick a lane for? It's like people want you to have your, like, mind you, this person's the same age as we are.
They want you. Like, I think they want you to kind of be in a place. And that's the only avenue.
That's all you need. That's all you are. Yeah, it's like that. That's such bullshit.
Yeah, it's like a closed-minded thing.
It's a thing. It's like you take photography, you work out.
It's another thing.
You hike. You do all these. There's all these different things. It's like, should I be like, oh, no, stay in your lane, bro, just work out?
Yeah, no,
don't do anything else. Yep. That's stupid. That's such a dumb fucking way of thinking. It pissed me off so much. It's like irritates me thinking about it.
Yep.
It's like, so I'm just gonna study for CSCS, eventually get the CSCS, and I'm just gonna forget about everything, every other aspect of my mind and my personality. I'm just gonna whatever. It's done. Nope. I gotta stay in my lane. It's fucking stupid, bro. It's so dumb. Dude, it pisses me off, man.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work that way, man. And another thing was, like, it's not even just people our age, obviously, because I mean it's worse when it's people our age. But man, I was sitting in the car driving my mom to Austin to pick up my brother.
Yeah.
And we were, obviously it's like we have an hour and a half to kill, and we're talking. And it's just the level of thinking that, with different generations' heads and things are just so closed-minded. Like, it's within a box, dude. Yeah. It's within a box. And, I was having a conversation with her, and so I was saying, like, you realize, Mom, like I asked her, I was like, aren't you tired of, like, just working at a desk all day? She's like, no, mijo, that's, I love my life, I'm able to do what I can do.
Yeah, you love your life. I mean,
yeah. And she's going on and saying, like, and all this stuff. So I'm like, but do you love your job? It's like, yeah, it helps me. I have an honest living. I'm taken care of. Blah blah blah. I got my benefits. This and that. I'm like, but are you happy? And she convinces herself to think that she is.
A lot of people do. A lot of people do.
I'm like, Mom, I see you every day. You're tired.
Yeah.
I'm sure you want to retire. You just turned 60. Like, you're getting to the age where you need to explore. You need to get out of the freaking state or something and go explore. Obviously,
go travel. I mean,
considering the circumstances, right. Yes. But I'm like, dude, like, Mom, there's a point where you're gonna have to retire. You need to retire and you need to explore and see what's out there.
Yeah.
This is not being at home and working all day long, 9 to 5:30 is not living. I can tell you right now. And I was like, there's people on freaking YouTube and TikTok and Instagram making 3-4 times the amount within the span of 5 to 6 months that you've taken to get to where you are now, and they've got so much more freedom. And
it's insane.
And here she was responding like, meanwhile, like,
you can't do that.
TikTok, you can't make money on TikTok. They make videos, and I was like,
it's a
oh my god,
it's a figment, dude. It's like in your head.
I was like,
they don't believe it.
They just legitimately don't know
that too.
She legitimately doesn't know how people make money making videos, and like didn't believe that they did. And she was saying like, no, there's no way you can make money just making videos. I'm like, have you ever heard of anything called affiliate marketing, sponsorships?
Yeah.
Collaborations with people. Have you heard about any of these things? And she's like, what is that? I'm like, exactly. You don't know what any of this is. Like, you're so stuck on thinking that this is how it should be done, and that's it. Living a life of working all day, earning a living, and being taken care of, quote unquote. That's it. And I'm telling you, Mom, like, that's not how it is. And you got to understand that, because it's a different generation now.
Yeah, times have changed.
Times have changed.
Absolutely.
And I was telling her, like, what I've been able to do online, it's like, the internet is so freaking powerful.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god,
bro. What was crazy? The crazy thing is, there was a guy I played with, or I played against him, when we were in junior college. And then when I was gonna go to Kingsville, we became like really good friends. And then like eventually we kept playing him over the season when we signed over there. Granted, I didn't go, but we kind of kept in touch or whatever. And we follow each other or whatever. And I remember when his career ended, which was a couple years. I mean, we're pretty much way past that now. Mm-hmm. We're all pretty much older. He started, or he'd always been like playing games and shit, and then he started a Twitch page, and like he posted yesterday, he was like, yo, I got my first check from Twitch.
No lie.
$100.
Wow.
It's not bad, but like that's what I'm saying.
That's
dude.
It, man.
Like that's where it starts.
That's what I'm saying. You'd be surprised.
$100.
And another thing like that, I saw a YouTube video of this guy. It was actually that same guy I was telling you that moved to Las Vegas from California. Finance guy, Graham Stephan. I've talked about him previously on other podcast episodes, but he was talking about his first time when he received a check from YouTube. And what YouTube does is the same thing. So like once you reach like $100, that's when they give you that amount in a check. And so he was talking about like, oh man, I was seeing like the distribution of videos and the views I was getting and the amount of money I was earning. And no shit, he was saying like, when I received like $1, dude, like $1 popped up on my thing, I was like, oh my god, you can actually earn money from this.
Yeah, dude.
30 cents, 40 cents, and like accumulated. And when he got his first check for $100, he was like, holy shit, from making videos, I made $100.
Playing video games made $100, dude. It's insane, dude.
It's insane.
But like people don't believe it. I don't know why they don't believe it.
Can you imagine if you legitimately stuck to playing like Fortnite or Warzone for 6 months straight? Once the COVID, like, okay, say you're stuck, right?
Yeah.
COVID happened and you're like, fuck, well, I'm just gonna play video games just to take the edge off, whatever. Yeah. Imagine if you just started a Twitch page, got a camera, and legitimately played every day for 6 months. Like, you'd probably be pretty fucking decent.
I'd hope so.
That's what I'm
every
saying.
Fucking day.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but what if you made that a full-time position and you're posting content of your Twitch every single day of you like having a good play on the video game or something, or like winning a game? Holy shit, 6 months.
Okay, like that's it.
And imagine a year. It's a long time.
Well, it takes those guys, man. It takes time to do shit like that.
Hell yeah, it
and
does.
Like the first thing is, no one believes it'll happen, and the second thing is, it's like no one wants to take the time or like the effort to like legitimately put in all that. That time.
Right.
They don't want to do that because everyone's looking for the quick fix.
Yeah. And there's plenty of times where I posted things on Instagram and Facebook, like advertising stuff, and I don't get a response. I don't get a like. I don't get nothing. But that doesn't like discourage me from like continuously posting, and like, not every single post is going to get a response. In fact, I would say the most amount of like people that reach out to me is a time where I don't even post. Straight up. Like I like won't even like post anything. It'll be like 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. at night and be like, bro, I saw your post. Like, hey,
well,
help me out, blah, blah, blah.
The way that Instagram is, bro, it's weird. I don't know what they did to the algorithm.
That's
like,
also true.
I'll have people like my buddy. I posted a song. My buddy was like 4 days later was like, hey, that's pretty good. And I was just like, I posted that like 4 days ago.
That's true.
It's weird. It's strange.
But as long as you're continuously posting this stuff, it's gonna get put out there.
Yeah, it'll get out there.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
But I've actually gotten to the point. I don't know if I'm pretty sure you saw my story where I posted on my story saying, "Hey, if you want a month of free training, hit me up."
Yeah.
Every single time I have posted that, I posted it twice. In total, I've gotten 10 DMs, and have gotten people on free month of training, and like 3 of them converted to actual leads.
Yeah.
To like pay monthly.
Yeah. That's all. I mean, it's just little shit like that, but like it sparks, bro. That's how it is, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it all just circles back to you just gotta fucking do it.
Yeah.
It all goes back to that. It's like I couldn't have made music. I didn't have any equipment. The only reason I even started making music is because we have all this shit here. It's the only reason why.
You were presented with an
opportunity.
I was presented
with exactly. Like if I hadn't took
advantage of it.
And then I wanted to stop, and I was like right now is like the perfect time. You have all the equipment. It's just sitting here. Half the time we're not using it unless we're podcasting. It's like why wouldn't you do it?
Guess what?
What's up?
COVID is the exact
reason for all this.
Is the exact equivalent of you having all of this stuff on your table right now.
Yeah, the reason why it happened. Dude, it's insane.
It's the same thing that applies.
It's insane, dude.
The opportunity is there. You just got to go and do it. Like your things have been laid out for you. You took advantage of that situation. You made raps, and people were like, "Holy shit, you can fucking do this."
Yeah.
Same thing with COVID, bro. I think it's a perfect example. Like it's a metaphor for COVID. Like COVID was here. Boom, you're stuck at home. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, dude.
Something.
It's insane. Like the things that you find out about yourself, bro. Like you actually like the comfort zone thing is so cliche.
Right.
It really is.
Yeah.
But that's the reason why I hadn't done anything because I was like, like
you're afraid.
Like for me to like scary. Even by my like it's insane for me by myself to just like get on the microphone and try to rap was like nerve wracking. It was like nervous. There's nobody here. No one can hear me. I'm by myself.
Yep.
And I was still nervous as shit to do it just to hear myself because if it was horrible, it was gonna be like super embarrassing for myself.
Yeah.
But then like you just do it and like I was like, holy shit, I'm good. And like yourself. And I showed my brother first.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, check this out. And he's like, yo, it's so good. Like, did you use it like a metronome or like did you need it? I was like, I don't even know how to turn on the metronome.
Yep.
I did all this shit without anything.
Yeah, and then actually it's funny because Crystal hit me up. It's like, dude, did you hear Elijah's rap? And I was like, no, what the fuck? Where is it?
It's insane, dude.
I didn't even know like you posted or anything. So people are, you'll find it eventually. But you posted it, and she like called me actually. She called me and she's like, bro, did you hear Elijah's rap? Because I was driving. And I was like, fuck, no. It's like, all right, hold on. I hung up. I was like, let me listen. And I listened. I was like, fuck, what the hell did this come from?
Yeah.
So people like, you got to do it, man.
Yeah,
like,
you put it out there, dude.
Yeah, it's
like now it's like it used to be like I used to like almost be like a resistance for me to want to do. Like I wanted to do it, but I was like scared to do it. So like it was like kind of this weird like friction.
Yeah. But
now it's like I like look forward to doing it. Like every day I'm like trying to put a song out like every single day.
And now the key for you is a matter of you can keeping that consistent.
Keeping it consistently. I mean, there's gonna be days where like you just have writer's block or you just can't get it out.
Sure, yeah,
no, but I mean like
as long as and that's another thing I want to try to get into. Like you think about consistency, right? So I mean, obviously every day you don't think about like you shouldn't sum up your success over a day's worth of stuff, a week's worth of stuff, a month's worth of stuff. You got to think about your successes over a course of a long time. Because if you sit there and think about, okay, oh my God, I had no sales today, right? Or I'm just using this as an example, but oh my God, I had no sales today. Oh, no one reached out to me today. Oh man, this past week I didn't make any sales. I didn't get any leads. Blah 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 blah. I didn't make any videos. Like, no, you got to start thinking about these things long term. Like, what happened in the past 6 months? What happened the past quarter? What happened the past year? You have and determine from there.
Yeah, you can't. It's hard to measure success on like a small amount of time.
On a small amount of time.
Like it's not enough. It's just like it's just not enough time. If you give yourself a week, it's like do anything, man.
Exactly. And so I think it's conducive with your situation. Like, okay, yeah, maybe a few people heard it here and there, but okay, where are you going to be in the next 6 months if you're continuously
continue this same
track posting record, and marketing like you should and hey, showing people who you are and how you can rap. I mean,
it's fun, man, and like that's the thing. It's something that I generally enjoy, and I look forward to it. And I think people need to find that thing, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it like gives you something to look forward to, and it's like it's fun, and like you can think about it, and then it turns into this thing like you're thinking about it all the time, all day, every day. You're just like, and it. That's fun.
You look forward.
Dude. Yeah, you look
to
forward
waking
to
up.
It's
like you have a hard time going to sleep, and you look forward to waking up like Monday morning.
Yeah, bro.
Because you're gonna like, okay, what's gonna happen this week, or like what can I dive into this week to expand the amount of people that I want to reach this week for something that you're doing.
Yeah. Like, and, even like we've been saying this since we started the podcast when like the coronavirus was like peaking, bro. Like where nobody was going anywhere. Like I've never felt like sad or like depressed or like worried. I was just like, yo, like every day we were doing something new.
I think there's definitely stints where I'm like, man, holy shit, I should really be getting like a job because I'm so used to like not having a 9-to-5 job. Sitting in a desk all day.
Dude, that's the thing that kept me from making music for so long was like, well, it's like it's you know a dream.
It's not immediately generating income
right, and
for
it's
yourself.
like, well, yeah. I know, and it's like for me, it's like I know I could get a better job. I know I have experience. I can go get a managerial job or a management job or another marketing job that would pay me probably double.
Yeah.
Or somewhere near that.
But where does your time go?
Yeah, nowhere.
Where does your freedom go?
It's stupid, bro. It's dumb.
And now I think when you settle for something like that, you're settling for something that provides you no risk in your life.
So I mean, it's just like why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just try shit that you actually want to do?
Right. And it's living comfortably.
Mm-hmm.
It's living comfortably, and for me, I seek out that feeling of risk. Mm-hmm. Like. I feel like I work better under pressure, honestly. Like I'm like, there's this pressure around me that like I'm like, oh my god, like I need to find a job and get paid. Like I need to get paid now. Like, but at the same time, I'm like, well, where is that going to leave me to continue to work on something like this?
It's over.
You don't have time for it anymore, and that's where people fall victim.
Yeah, and that's kind of like where I was at. I was like, well, should I go get another job? Because like I don't know about all this, and it's uncertain, and I'm definitely not going to make any money for a while.
Guess what, man? There's always time to go back, get a sales job, and do those.
Exactly.
Go back to school. Go
and then
get your master's.
I stopped, and I was like, well, you can always go get another job, and you can always go back to school, and you can always get the certification. Like this is one thing. It's just like, right now is the perfect time. I have everything here, nothing else to do right now.
Hey, you're getting a little bit of a paycheck by working from home.
Yeah, I was like, I'm still working, and I have the freedom to work from home and work pretty much whenever I want.
Right.
So it's like, why wouldn't I take advantage?
Right.
Over this right now.
It's a risk, but it's a calculated risk.
Right.
And that's and for my situation, like, hey, moving back home reduced the amount of responsibilities for myself. So I'm literally saving all of that money from this and just recycling it in.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got nothing to pay for other than my car. My car freaking broke down, but shit. My car exploded, but not really.
It's in pieces, literally. It probably is in pieces.
I don't know. It
might be in pieces.
It might. Shit. I don't know. It's an old car. So
they might have had to take it all apart. But
other than that situation, of course, like I've got no monthly rent. I got no monthly car payment. I've got no
student loans.
Student loans. I don't have kids. Like, shit. You know what I mean? Well, I mean,
kids aren't a bad thing.
No. But for myself, I have such low responsibility that I could shoot for high risk stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't need to get money now.
Right.
I don't need to have bukus of cash in my savings account.
And like
now.
No one, like right now, we're all like young as shit. Like, why do you like? Sure, I get like like for people that have like they're doing like a job, maybe corporate or like a company that they actually enjoy, like being a lawyer or something like that. Okay, hey, save up, work hard, save up, whatever.
Yeah,
do what you want to do. But like for people, like, dude, you have no idea. Like, I was looking at this actually this morning. How many people, go to school and they graduate and they get the job that's in their field, and then they fucking hate it. Yeah. And I see people on Facebook all the time posting about it. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, yo, this is fucking nuts. Yeah. The amount of people that I see saying this shit.
I saw another one. It was like, just got my PhD today. Mm-hmm. And it was like, don't try to get your PhD at 24.
No, it's fucking...
Dear God, try to live your life.
Dude, it's insane, dude. It's nuts the amount of people who do this shit because either their parents told them to do it.
Right.
Or... they thought that was what they should do because that'll make them a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you're not happy.
And the thing is, like, even right now, man, like, I still have my parents pressuring me to, like, hey, have you been searching for a job? Hey.
Dude, same.
Like,
same.
Not necessarily, no. I mean, I don't really need to.
And then they get upset.
I don't really need to have to, but that's always going to be under you.
Yeah.
And you got to learn to kind of tune that out and really just continue to focus on what you're focusing on because you will be pressured.
Oh, yeah.
Not only by your parents, but also, your friends as well. Like, I know some friends will tell you, hey, man, you search for that, blah, blah, blah. Hey, I can get you a job right now, man. You're not making money and this and that.
Yeah,
and
dude.
That. It's like, no.
You don't want to, yeah.
I don't want to because I got this. Mm-hmm. I'm doing this. It's going to take time.
Yeah.
But
it'll work.
I promise you, in the next 5 to 10 years from now, I will be happy I done this because I have that freedom to go and do what I want.
I think people want, like, and I think people that live, like, normal, like, job, like more normal life, and I'm not demeaning it. Mm-hmm. I think it's normalized to just go get a 9-to-5 job and just go home and like do it again the next day. Mm-hmm. they're the ones that are like, yo, go get a job.
Mm-hmm.
You should get a job. Yeah. You should get a job and just work. And I'm just like, yeah,
no. Or just like another one I hear all the time is like, man, what are you doing right now? Like
I tell you that shit all the time.
Well, I mean, no, you're joking around.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean, like, people are like, what are you doing? Like, or other people are probably thinking like, what are you doing? Like, how are you, being a good product of society? Like, how are you?
Oh, fuck all that.
How are you? Come on, man.
Yo,
like,
me going and selling insurance is not gonna make me a good product of society.
Yeah.
Me going and filing paperwork or fucking sending out a fucking bid,
scanning
documents at a fucking printer all day. Fuck all that, bro. I can't. Like me, like I'm just like
being in meetings all day. My dad's in meetings all day.
Dude, fuck that, dude. I can't. Yeah. I just can't, dude. There's just something about it. It like scares the shit out of me.
Yeah. I mean, God, I can't not help do something like this when I see all the other people.
Yeah.
Doing something on their own, having the opportunity to do what they're doing now, and loving their work. Like I can't sit here and see all these people enjoying their work
and just not do it
and getting
just not try
and getting getting a good living from their passions and not try to do something like that. Like I see all of that happening. How can I not try to do something like that? Why would I just go to the other side and just work all day? Like and while everyone else in the background who are chasing their passions are actually making a living.
Dude,
like that fucking eats up at my brain.
Dude, that's the thing. It's like
in my inside.
I always think about that. I'm like, yo, like even part of me when I was like, I'm gonna go back to school, I was dead set for like a week. I was like, I'm gonna go back to school. Because I was so nervous that like I just like I need money. Like I'm tired of like not doing things and like letting people on social media do all this shit and like look like they have this fantastic lives.
Yeah,
they got a job and it's number one. It's a facade. It's not real. It's everybody posts on social media the greatest shit. They're not gonna like post them looking like ass and stuff. And I was just like, man, why would I go to this other job somewhere else? And then the whole time you're doing it, you're thinking about doing something completely different, but you don't have the time to do it. So it's just a dream because eventually you're just going to sit here, you're going to dream about it, you're going to think about it all day. You're going to like fantasize that it'll happen one day. And eventually it's just not enough.
Yep.
You just get tired of doing it. Like it's just like, I'm so sick of just like hoping it'll happen. And
then that same friend who like once you turn 35, the same guy that you were telling to go get a job when you were 25 is now 35 living basically the life that you were trying to get when you were 25.
It's not what it's all cut.
I
can't do it, man.
I can't, man. It eats up in my soul and my mind. Like it's like, man, if I would never try doing something like this, like
Dude, I think the same exact thing. Can't.
I do, however, think it's okay. Like, if you're getting a job to like supply income for yourself to start a dream and side hustle, I think that's totally awesome. Like, I've looked around for positions myself to see if there's something open,
just extra cash,
so I can get some extra cash to keep plugging into what I'm doing on the side, of course. But is it absolutely necessary? No, it's not. Because I'm receiving some sort of income on this and just recycling it into the business. But it's I think in that aspect, that's a good thing to do. Like, get a job if you don't have any source of revenue whatsoever. Like,
I mean, yeah, got to do something.
Find something, and then plug it into your side hustle. Like, I think that's totally fine. But,
the other thing you got to be careful with that is because people will say that as an excuse, and then they'll go to this job and work it, saying, I'm only gonna be here for short term,
You never really start anything.
Never fucking leave. You're there for 30 years,
and then you're at Team Express for 20 years.
Yeah, bro. Fuck that, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, to each his own, I guess.
You also got to be smart about saving. I mean, you got to save.
Yeah, it's like, it's what I'm saying. You can take the smaller job that gives you more freedom. You just have to live a little differently than you would working for double the salary.
Absolutely true. That is absolutely true.
People don't want to live that frugal life, bro.
Nope.
No.
Doing all this stuff, I mean, do you not think I want to go out and move in my own apartment and have my own space and do all this thing, drive a nice car? Like, fuck yeah, I do. Of course everyone does.
Dude.
Of course I do. And I totally could if I wanted to. But why would I?
It won't make you. It's not gonna solve your issues, bro.
No. You got to change. You got to learn to change your lifestyle and keep it conducive to what you're trying to do. It requires sacrifices. That's the thing.
You don't say.
It requires sacrifices. Got to cut down where you can, man, and take advantage of situations. So I think, overall, I mean, if you haven't started something now and you're stuck on that idea of starting something,
dude, just fucking do it, man.
Gotta try it. Just do it.
Got nothing to lose.
And you don't have to stay in your lane. There's tons of shit you can go out and try.
Yeah, dude.
We'll see where this YouTube video takes us. I mean, I'm gonna get it all together and see what happens. And
dude,
if it doesn't work, then fuck it.
I'm still so pissed that somebody actually had the audacity to say that shit, bro. Stay in your lane. Are you fucking kidding me? The funny thing is, this person just works a 9 to 5 and then goes home. What fucking lane are you in? I think you know what I'm saying? Like,
corporate lane,
dude. Fuck that, dude. I can't. Like, how are you gonna seriously sit here and tell someone to not grow as a human being? Blows my mind.
I have no idea.
Pisses me off.
People are built different.
Like, if I'm gonna fucking, do this, I'm gonna do this and that and this and that and the other. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of shit till you find something that sticks.
Right.
Because this is the same people.
And even if you're like freaking 30 years old until you find out what sticks, then
fuck
shit,
yeah, dude. Let's keep
still
going,
only
dude.
30 years old.
Yeah, dude. It's nuts. People want you to have your life figured out today, and they don't even have their shit figured out.
And they're fucking depressed.
Yeah, man. Fuck all that.
No.
Dumb.
I think it's supposed to be done a certain way, and it's not.
No, there's no A to B, bro. It's A to B to C. It's like
all over the fucking
place, all over the place. And David Goggins.
But that's the beauty behind it. That's what I crave.
It's fun,
enjoy
bro.
it.
It's fun to get to the top and you look back.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's fun to get to the top, but it pays off to go above and beyond, and seeing that above and beyond actually work for you. Because you can go above and beyond in a salary paid position
and not get jack shit,
and still get paid the same amount, regardless if you're working here or you're working here. The thing with this, it's like sales too. I think sales is a great thing for someone to do if they don't know where to go. It's like if you work a certain amount, you're gonna get paid for the amount you're working for, and the how hard you work and how much. And the more you enjoy something, the more harder you work, and the more in return you get.
Yeah, we jack with my brother a lot because but his is a sales job, man, and he works a fuckload, man, and he legitimately loves that company, bro.
And good for him, man.
Good for him, man, because he makes good money and he works a shitload.
But he enjoys it.
He enjoys it.
He works a lot because he enjoys it.
Yeah, he legitimately enjoys his job, and his company takes care of him, and whatever.
And there's nothing wrong with that either.
No, good for you, bro.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You're working hard.
I just can't see myself working super duper hard for 5 to 10 years
for somebody else,
and then let somebody else be the judge of when I can just bump up to a higher pay.
Yeah,
even after
never at your discretion.
No, and that's tough. That's tough for me.
It's tough for a lot of people.
I hate the idea of continuously working hard at something and not seeing the results, and the results stay the same. That's just such a shitty thing for me. I'm so used to if I'm working out in the gym or if I'm eating clean and actually working fucking hard and being consistent, I will see results. With the job at a desk and a corporate job where you're salaried out, you got somebody else telling you when you're making results.
I learned that real fast.
And that's the problem, man. And I am not wired that way. I always saw that if I'm going to practice a certain way, if I'm going to study a certain way, if I'm going to, do all these things a certain way and apply myself to a certain standard, that I'm going to receive that standard that I put into it. And it's the same thing with this.
Yeah.
Bottom line. And I cannot, I mean, it's the same way, man. I'm not going to let myself succumb to a position where, hey, if I'm exceeding those expectations, I'm just going to continue to get the same outcome. That's fucked.
Bullshit.
It's fucked.
Bullshit. And that's why, I took, my job, I give it a grain of salt, bro. Because I've done it. I've gone above and beyond. I've busted my ass to do all this shit. And I am at the same spot I was a year ago.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed.
2 years ago, bro.
2 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. It's been 2 years because I've been working at Team Express. Well, I was working at Team Express. This month was my 1 year anniversary of being bids. Or year and a half.
So then 2 years. 2 years and I have not seen not one change.
No.
And I've done the above and beyond, and I've done the just get by, and the just get by is the same as busting your ass and going above and beyond. So
that is fucked. It is a fucked.
Why am I gonna give you more of my time?
Yeah.
For nothing. I mean, it's essentially you're just hey, well, thank you, cool.
Yep.
Fuck all that.
I find that impossible.
Fuck that.
I find that thoroughly impossible. An impossible way for me to live.
So it's I'll get done what needs to get done, but then my time is my time, and I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do with my time. Mm-hmm. Straight up.
Yeah. And it's not your fault. It's their fault.
It's not really anybody's fault. I wouldn't say it's anybody's fault. It's just that's fucking reality, bro.
Yeah,
that's this corporate world that everyone's so high about. That's what we go to fucking college for. It's a load of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But that's another topic for another day.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So we hit a couple topics today.
Oh, I think that was I think we hit a lot of good points. I think a lot of people can take away some good points from there. That's just the reality of the situation we're in. This is the situation that we're both in right now, and like I said, like take whatever information you can grab. I mean, relate to us. Let us know what you think.
Yeah. Or if we're full of shit, tell us we're full of shit.
Yeah, that's it. Fuck. If you're just like, fuck it, man. Hey, the corporate world's where it's at, coach.
Where it's at. Yeah, and believe me, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of fucking people saying that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. But to each his own, man.
To each his own. Yeah. This is what we feel. This is how we think. This is, the conversations that we have, and it helps us kind of elaborate what we feel and think. So, hopefully you can grab some information on these topics. So, anyways, next week we're going to kind of tone it down from the seriousness and get into some weird shit.
There might be some serious shit. I don't know.
Well, it's serious, but there's some weird shit going on.
It's gonna be wild.
And we'll get into it, and hopefully we can get some ghost stories from other people too. But
some wild shit.
It's not just ghost stories too. It's just weird extraterrestrial.
We had what did they say? It's gonna be some UFO type shit.
Yeah. Kind of switch up the topic. We're talking about whatever we want to talk about. So
that's true. We kind of just talk about whatever.
So be open for this episode to come out next week, and then the week afterwards, which is still Halloween time.
I'll put this one out tomorrow, and then that week we'll do that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
do that. All right.
Sounds good. All right.
Checks out.
Yep. We're on all platforms. Let us know what you think. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah.
If you got a topic that you want us to talk about, let us know. Yeah. Let us know how you're feeling about COVID, and just let us know what else we should talk about.
If you've got an insight on COVID,
something, let us know. Let us know what you think about the whole COVID situation.
Yeah, or you want to be on the podcast, let us know.
Yeah, we might do that application thing.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens. But anyways. All right, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah.